Welcome to Dreadful Night, where every story drips with suspense and every shadow hides a secret. Here we unravel terrifying tales of the unknown, true encounters, unsolved mysteries, and eerie legends that will chill you to the core. This isn't just a channel, it's a doorway to the other side, a realm where fear becomes your companion, and the rain's rhythm hides sinister whispers. Sit back, listen closely, and let the night consume you. Dreadful Night, where darkness tells the story. It was a stormy night, the kind where the rain falls in torrents and the wind howls through the trees. It was the perfect night for a story that has haunted me for years, one I couldn't shake even now. Let me take you back to the night I received a letter from an old friend, Sarah. We grew up together in a small village, a place where nature held its secrets close. But Sarah had moved away years ago, seeking peace in a secluded cottage far from the city's noise. I hear them at night, the whispers. It started softly like the wind, but now I can't ignore it. I hear them calling my name. They come from the forest, and sometimes I swear I can see shadows moving in the dark. Please, if you can, come visit. I don't know how much longer I can stay here. I hadn't seen Sarah in months, but her words unsettled me. Despite the storm, I decided to visit her. The village she lived in was deep in the woods, far removed from the rest of the world. The road to her cottage wound through dense trees, and as I drove, I couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. The air was thick with an unnatural stillness, and even the birds had gone quiet. When I arrived, Sarah greeted me with a tired smile, but there was something off about her. Her eyes were wide, almost haunted. She led me inside and we sat by the fire. I hear them every night. It starts as a whisper, then it gets louder, like someone calling my name. I thought it was just the wind, but it's not. It's something else, something alive. I tried to reassure her. It's just your imagination, Sarah. You've been under a lot of stress. But that night, as I lay in bed, trying to sleep, I heard it too, the soft whispers. At first they sounded like the wind, but then they were unmistakable. Sarah, Sarah! Over and over again the voice called. I froze, my heart pounding in my chest. I tried to dismiss it, telling myself it was just the storm, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching me from the darkness. Now, sitting alone in my cottage, I held Sarah's letter in my hands, the words still haunting me. The storm outside grew stronger, and the rhythmic sound of rain against the windows felt almost too familiar. But then something changed. The whispers weren't just in my memory anymore. They were here, in the room with me. At first I thought it was the wind, but as the whispers grew louder, clearer, I realized something wasn't right. They were calling my name. Sarah, Sarah. I jumped up, heart racing, and rushed to the window. There was nothing outside but the dark, stormy night. But the whispers continued. They were getting closer, as though the rain itself carried them. I had to know what was happening. I grabbed my flashlight and ran outside into the pouring rain. The wind was so strong it almost knocked me off my feet, but I pressed on, following the whispers. They seemed to be coming from the woods, the same woods where Sarah had lived. As I ventured deeper, the rain soaked through my clothes, the flashlight flickering in my hand. I could barely see ahead, but the shadows in the trees seemed to move, almost like they were alive. I called out for Sarah, but there was no answer. Only the whispers, growing louder. Then I saw it, a shadow, large and shifting in the trees. I froze, heart hammering in my chest. It was there, right in front of me. But before I could react, a flash of lightning lit up the sky and the shadow vanished, disappearing into the night. I was terrified, but I knew I couldn't go back now. The whispers were louder than ever, surrounding me. It felt like they were coming from all directions. I turned around, and there, standing at the edge of the trees, was a figure I knew too well. Sarah. But her face, it wasn't the same. Her eyes were dark, almost lifeless, and her lips curled into a twisted smile. They've come for you too, she whispered, her voice echoing in the wind. Before I could speak, Sarah's figure dissolved into a cloud of mist, her voice lingering in the air. I ran back to the safety of my cottage, heart pounding in my chest. The rain had stopped, but the whispers still echoed in my mind, growing louder with each passing moment. And now I know that they will never stop. The shadows will always be there, waiting for the next person who dares to listen to the rain. Last scene. Remember, next time you hear the rain tapping at your window, listen closely. The whispers might just be calling your name.